Hello everyone, welcome back to this Microsoft Excel tutorial journey with me on my Knowledge Factor YouTube channel. This is the 63rd session of this journey. So the first concept that I want to get into here within the Microsoft Excel is working with a well-formatted proper design list. Open in front of you, I have got the example file that comes with this course. You can see at the top of my screen is called Excel 102 exercises and it's .xlsx document. Jump back to session number 62 within this course and download this file. This is the one that you are going to be using and one that I'm going to be using throughout the remainder of this course. So make sure you have that and even open it up in front of you so you can follow along with me as I demonstrate these various features. So here's the first concept. So there's actually two that I want to bring in here and make you aware of as you work within Excel with the lists. Now inside the exercise file that I have open, I'm looking at the employees record tab, and on here I have a simple little list, nothing big, but you can see at the top of my list, and this is the first concept that we should all adhere to. Very first row, I have got my column header, the identifier of the data within this list. Now it serves two purposes. One, they are there for us as end users of this list. You, yourself and your co-workers and so on can make it more accessible. We can find the data. We know that in column C I have the first row, in column F I have the phone extension, and in column A I got the employee ID, and so on. So they make the list more accessible for us, the end users of the list. Adding records is going to be much easier because we know what goes into this list. Finding data much easier because we know which column to look for, and so on. It's as simple as that. They are there to help us identify the data and make it more accessible. The second reason we want the column headers, and this deals with Excel, the tool itself. Excel by default wants the header and it looks in the very first row for your headers. Now you might ask, well, what if I didn't have headers? Would Excel still look in the very first row for headers? Well, that's an excellent question. You know what? Yes, it would look, but the way that it identifies that these are my headers, they are formatted differently. Just do something simple like make them bold, give them an underline, do something different to that very first row than the rest of the records. This way Excel recognizes that, yep, indeed, those are the headers within this list. Again, really simple, put them up there. They are there for you. They are also there for Excel. Now, why are they there for Excel? Well, when you start doing things like sorting and filtering and pivot tables and calculations, anything that really deals with specific columns, Excel will identify it by their column header. So for example, I want to sort by last name. Well, Excel says great, I know where the last name at. I will go sort it for you. It identifies it by the column header. Now I want to do a pivot table and I want to summarize. I want to get a count of how many different departments we have. Well, Excel says, yeah, okay, department, I know where that's it. Let's go and count those departments. So they are for you and they are for Excel. Make sure they are the very first row on your list and you formatted them differently than the rest of the data in the list. So there's the first concept. Now here's the second one of a well formatted, properly designed list. Make sure that your list does not have any empty rows in that list or columns. For example, I come in here in, let's say, row number 17 and I delete that record. I just hit my delete key in my keyboard and now I have deleted it. Now I am up above that row, right? Let's imagine that empty rows, you know, hundreds or thousands of records off the screen, right? So I'm up here at the top going along my merry way, right? Now I'm sorting, I'm filtering, and I'm running pivot tables, and I'm, you know, doing all sorts of stuff to this list. I think all is right in the world. Well, you know what all is not right in the world. Look what happens. Take a look. I have an empty row in the list. Excel is going to interpret this as two separate lists, okay, because it's no longer a contiguous list. What's this? So I'm up here at the top and I'm going to give you a shortcut key here. I'm going to just select that entire list. On my keyboard I'm going to just press Ctrl A. This will jump out and grab my data. See what happened? It didn't grab the data down below. Why didn't they grab the data below? Because of that empty row. So make sure that you don't have any empty rows, any empty columns in your list. This will assist Excel in finding your data, the proper data, all of the data, just watch out for that. So two things, really simple: make sure your list has headers at the top, they are there for you, they are there for Excel, and make sure your list does not have any empty rows or empty columns so the Excel can find all of the data. As simple as that. Create a properly designed, a well formatted list by adhering to these two concepts, and then we'll meet up in the next session. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and as I always say, if you really liked it and enjoying this journey, then please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest content update on this channel. Alright, then we'll meet up in the next session. In case you have any questions, any concerns, then do let me know in the comment section of this video. Till the time, goodbye and take care.